Ah, Blockbuster, the place that held a special place in our hearts. Walking through the doors was like stepping into a world of endless movie choices. The smell of popcorn, those bright blue and yellow walls, and the sheer thrill of finding the perfect movie for the weekend. At its peak, Blockbuster was an experience, a cultural icon that transformed how we watch movies. Fast forward to today, and Blockbuster is nearly a relic of the past, with just one location left in Bend, Oregon. What happened to this video rental giant that once ruled the industry? To answer that, we'll need to take a look at the rise, peak, and ultimate fall of Blockbuster. This isn't just a story of bad timing. It's a tale of missed opportunities, strategic blunders, and a failure to adapt to the digital age. Let's rewind the tape to understand exactly how it all happened. But first, be sure to subscribe and share all of your favorite Blockbuster memories. Blockbuster first opened its doors in 1985 in Dallas, Texas. David Cook, the founder, had the vision to offer something unique, a place where customers could access thousands of VHS tapes in one place, which was a major exception from the typical neighborhood rental shop with just a few hundred tapes. Blockbuster's selection and extended hours quickly became a hit, attracting movie fans from all over. By the early 1990s, Blockbuster was on fire. The company expanded into global markets, setting up franchises in Europe, Asia, and Australia, and it wasn't just about renting movies. Blockbuster developed a business model that included late fees as a major revenue source, and they didn't stop in movies. They also rented video games, which broadened their customer base even further. For many families, Blockbuster was the go-to destination for movie nights. They even struck super profitable deals with Hollywood studios to release films exclusively at Blockbuster, adding another layer of appeal to their offerings. With over 9,000 stores worldwide and 65 million registered customers, Blockbuster was at the peak of its success by the late 1990s. But behind the scenes, subtle shifts in technology and consumer behavior were on the horizon, signaling potential challenges ahead. In 2000, an opportunity presented itself that would later become one of Blockbuster's most infamous missed chances. Netflix, a small DVD-by-mail rental company, approached Blockbuster with an offer. Netflix's founders, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph, pitched the idea of Netflix managing Blockbuster's online business, a deal they valued at $50 million. For Netflix, this would provide a major boost in reach, and for Blockbuster, it offered a way to keep up with the evolving technology without changing their core business drastically. But Blockbuster turned down the offer, reportedly laughing Netflix out of the room. At the time, they believed people preferred going to stores for rentals and didn't see the appeal of a mail-based model. This misstep proved disastrous as Netflix continued to grow, capitalizing on the very market Blockbuster overlooked. And by 2003, Netflix had over 1 million subscribers, and Blockbuster's once dismissed competitor was gaining ground fast. As Netflix continued to lure customers with its DVD-by-mail service, Blockbuster finally took action by launching its own online rental service in 2004. Called Blockbuster Online, it was an attempt to catch up with Netflix's growing customer base. But Blockbuster Online had an uphill battle. It was released 6 years after Netflix had already perfected its model, making it difficult for Blockbuster to compete. To sweeten the deal, Blockbuster rolled out a service called Total Access in 2006, allowing online customers to return DVDs to physical stores and exchange them for another rental on the spot. While this initiative attracted new subscribers, it was costly, leading to revenue losses each time a customer made an in-store exchange. And very soon, the company found itself in a bind, struggling to fund the program as Netflix continued to thrive without such losses. One of Blockbuster's biggest sources of revenue was its late fees, which in 2000 accounted for about 16% of their total income. Customers paid dearly for each day they kept a movie past its return date, and these fees added up. But Netflix, on the other hand, offered a flat monthly fee with no late charges, a major draw for customers who wanted more flexibility. In 2005, Blockbuster made the drastic decision to eliminate late fees altogether in a bid to compete. While this seemed like a smart move to attract more customers, it backfired. Without late fees, many customers simply held on to movies longer, leading to stock shortages in stores. Blockbuster lost an estimated $200 million annually from this change alone, putting them in an even tougher financial position. While Netflix played a big part in Blockbuster's decline, other competitors also contributed to the pressure. Walmart, Target, and Best Buy began selling DVDs at prices so low that buying a movie became more appealing than renting. DVDs became loss leaders, with major stores using them to draw in customers. Blockbuster now had to compete with retailers offering customers the chance to own movies rather than just rent them. Then along came Redbox, a newcomer that capitalized on convenience with their rental kiosks, popping up in grocery stores and fast food chains. Customers could rent movies from these kiosks at any time and at a fraction of the cost of a traditional rental. Redbox's model resonated with budget-conscious consumers, taking yet another bite out of Blockbuster's business. Besides the already rising competition, Blockbuster's finances were weighed down by a heavy debt load. When Viacom acquired Blockbuster in 1994, they left the company with significant debt that limited its ability to adapt quickly. In the early 2000s, Blockbuster even took out a massive $905 million loan to pay dividends to shareholders, a risky move that only added to its financial troubles. Blockbuster's attempts to modernize were also stymied by an unfortunate deal with Enron in 2000. They signed a 20-year contract to stream movies using Enron's fiber optic technology, a plan that could have given Blockbuster a leg up on streaming. But when Enron collapsed amid scandal, Blockbuster was left without the infrastructure they had hoped to leverage. It was yet another missed opportunity. Then in 2007, Netflix launched its streaming service, allowing subscribers to watch movies instantly, changing the game once again. Blockbuster, still clinging to its physical stores and DVD rentals, couldn't keep up with this shift. Streaming was not only more convenient, but also eliminated the need for physical stores altogether. Blockbuster was left scrambling to adapt as streaming rapidly became the preferred way to watch movies. By the time Blockbuster finally acknowledged the importance of streaming, it was too late. The company was already billions in debt, and the cost of pivoting to a digital model was beyond reach. With each passing year, its influence dwindled as they watched Netflix thrive in a digital world. In 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy, and soon after, Dish Network purchased the remaining assets. Despite attempts to revive the brand through Dish's satellite TV services, Blockbuster was ultimately unable to regain its footing. By 2013, Dish had closed the remaining Blockbuster stores, leaving just one store in Bend, Oregon. Today, the last Blockbuster store in Bend stands as a nostalgic landmark for anyone who remembers those days of wandering the aisles, picking out movies, and savoring the anticipation of movie night. For those who grew up in the 90s, it's a reminder of a simpler time before the world of instant streaming took over. Blockbuster's failure wasn't just about competition. It was a case study in what happens when a company can't or won't adapt to changing times. They hesitated to embrace online rentals, missed the chance to acquire Netflix, and struggled under the weight of financial decisions that limited their flexibility. In the end, Blockbuster's story is both a warning and a tribute. It's a warning to companies about the dangers of staying stagnant in a rapidly changing world. And it's a tribute to a time when movie night was an event, a ritual that brought people together. Today's streaming services may be more convenient, but they'll never replace the thrill of walking into a Blockbuster, popcorn in hand, on a Friday night. So, next time you browse your streaming options, maybe give a thought to the era of Blockbuster, the giant that once defined how America watched movies.